Here are some tips to help you avoid the appeal process entirely. If the claims processing system doesn't work as expected, there is little you can do to avoid having to appeal. However, there are steps you can take to help avoid some of the more common mistakes and to strengthen your position should you have to file an appeal. First, before you receive a service, call your insurance company. Tell them who you plan to visit and ask them how much you should be expected to pay. They will know the most current status of your provider and be able to explain what benefits are being applied. Document phone calls to customer service. You should keep a log of when you called, who you spoke with, what you talked about, and most importantly, the reference number of the call. This is good information to have should you find that the bill you received does not match the quote you were given. The next thing you can do is become familiar with your explanation of coverage. This is the same document we use to determine your benefits. You should have an up-to-date version of this document. It may feel complicated at first, but once you get the hang of it, your explanation of coverage is fairly simple to read. You need to identify 3 basic things. What is the service being performed? Where is the service being performed, and is the provider in or out of network? This should be enough information to identify the correct benefit. Talk to your provider's billing department before the service. This is an extra step, but can be helpful. You may not understand the difference between an inpatient surgical facility and an ambulatory surgical center, or which one your provider will bill under, but knowing that is a key to identifying the where part of your explanation of coverage. It is difficult to rely on providers to know if they are in network. Many providers will tell you they are in network with your company, and that may be true. However, they may not be considered in network on your plan. This can get confusing quickly. The best plan is to call your insurance company and ask if the provider is in network. Summary: call your insurance company to request information about how much you should pay. Note the time, date, and reference number of the call along with a brief note about what was said. Learn to look up information in your current explanation of coverage booklet. Call your provider to ask how they will be billing the services you plan to have performed.